How's it going, everyone? Pack DCG here, and today I'm going to be going over my Gouging Fire deck. Now, as we all know, Gouging Fire, Raging Bolt, and a plethora of other cards were revealed moving forward into our next set that isn't Paldean Fates. So, what this means is this is the first set for post-rotation for us, and man, is it a doozy. We've gotten hit by a lot of interesting cards, to say the least, and one of the ones that, the first one that they revealed, of course, we have to look at is Gouging Fire. Gouging Fire has an attack for 2 fire and a colorless. It is 260, and this Pokemon cannot use this attack until it leaves the active spot. So, it is also an ancient Pokemon, so you're able to abuse cards like Professor Sada Vitality and Ancient Booster Energy Capsule, which is insane. So we're going to be playing 4 copies of that for max consistency. We kind of play this like Roaring Moon, except with Roaring Moon you have access to Pokestop. In this build, unfortunately, we don't have access to the Pokestop, but we have access to Magma Basin plus Sada's Vitality and Attachment. We have access to Energy Switch, so we can end up getting it to turn 1. So we kind of play it like Roaring Moon, like I said. So 4 Gouging Fires, 2 Squawk abilities just to get it out consistently. Dump your hand. Radiant Greninja. I've been going back and forth on Greninja and Charizard, but genuinely, if you want to play like an Iron Valiant Gouging Fire build, because I even thought about that. It was just a little bit clunky. That's kind of why I just went straight, but it could end up working in the end. So if you want to play like an Iron Valiant build, you could play Radiant Charizard over the Radiant Greninja. I just feel like Greninja is really good for drawing and getting energy in the discard pile for Sada and Magma Basin. We have access to Mew EX, so you can load your hand back up when it's low. Luminium plus Entei and Forest Seal Stone is just kind of an insane combo if you're able to get that going. We do also play a copy of the Brilliant Stars Moltres. It is 90 damage for a single fire if there's any damage counters on it, which is just a basin away, which I think is pretty cool, pretty insane as a 1-prize attacker in the deck like this, especially with the 1 retreat. We also play a copy of Brute Bonnet so that Gouging Fire can hit 270, 280 damage going back into your turn, which is pretty good. It also allows Gouging Fire to have 280 HP. We play 8 fires and 2 waters. The 2 waters just so that in case we do need to use Moonlight Shuriken, because I feel like people are going to be dropping Manaphy from their deck a little bit because a lot of the cards that you can abuse moving forward outside of Greninja that snipe either rotate or get a lot worse. So with this, you're able to go like Energy Switch, attach, Energy Switch again off of Sada, or attach, Energy Switch, Energy Switch. So it's kind of interesting. It's kind of niche, but when you get it going, you get it going. Whether that be any good moving forward, that's completely up to debate. But we could just go 10 fire or even add like a couple dark energy and add a Roaring Moon. There's just so many endless possibilities like we see with Roaring Moon in the current format. This guy just hits like a truck. 4 copies of Magical Base, so we always hit it. 4 copies of Trekking Shoes so that we're able to just kind of blow through our deck and kind of discard pieces that we may or may not need, along with discarding energies for Sada Basin. 4 Ultra Ball, 4 Vessels, so we're able to find the energies and get them in the discard. Like I said, the 3 E-Switch, it's not only just good for Radiant Greninja E-Switches, but it's also good for loading up Gouging Fires in case you miss the Basin, because you can go Sada, E-Switch, attach, and then go from there. Another thing in this build you could try out, if you don't like the water energies, you could try Jet Energy. Jet Energy is also extremely it is also a good option because you could go Sada Basin, attach the Jet, and then push it into the active spot, so you don't have to get one of your 4 switch cards, which aren't really accessible unless you find like 4 skill stones. So it's pretty interesting. You could also, so I feel like that could be pretty good. The unfortunate part is you can't energy switch it and you can't Sada the Jet Energy, so it leaves you with 8 basic energies total in order to do that. 4 Nest Balls, got the Prime Catcher card. Prime Catcher's the new Ace spec. Ace specs are finally coming back after God knows how many years. It's essentially you switch your opponent's active Pokemon with one of the bench Pokemon you get to choose, and then you switch your active with one of your bench. And then we have access to 2 copies of Boss and 4 Sada's Vitality. So these are all just kind of scrap lists that we're making on the fly as of what we know from what cards are revealed. I know a lot of content creators are already starting to push out content. I've just been kind of waiting for this and recovering from my vacation to kind of post these videos. So if you would like to see any cards moving forward from what was revealed, please drop it in the comment section below, and hopefully I'll be able to get to it and post it to you guys as fast as possible. Until then, see you guys later.